Welcome back. June is Men's Health Month, with this week being Men's Health Week. We spoke to a local health expert to find out some of the issues when it comes to men's health and the steps that men can take to get the help they need. Clayton McChesney brings us a closer look.
There are many health issues that affect men, such as prostate cancer. However, one local nurse practitioner and former combat medic says even non-gendered health issues tend to affect men worse.
In reality, your typical, the standard list of the 10 leading causes of death, men have higher mortality rates in 8 out of those 10 than women do.
McDonald says his high mortality is a result of 40% of men in the nation avoiding going to the doctor until after something goes wrong. He says good health requires an annual medical examination, even if you aren't feeling sick. It's important to be honest with your doctor about everything, from family medical history to symptoms like fatigue, depression, and weight gain. By not sharing details, McDonald says normally treatable problems could escalate into more serious problems, or even death, with doctors playing catch-up with the symptoms instead of treating the cause.
And a lot of these cause non-reversible damage to your organs, that if you would have just let us see you, even if we didn't have you in perfect control, if we got you somewhat moderate on your diet, if we started you on some medicine just to keep it from escalating, even if we didn't have everything perfect, it could have prevented a lot of this escalation and organ damage.
McDonald says West Virginia leads the nation in diabetes mortality. So one of the first steps to creating a healthy lifestyle is to avoid carbs. Here for you in Princeton, I'm Clayton McChesney, WVVA News.
Thank you for that report, Clayton. And McDonald says that you can go to mywvuchart.com and you can get a list of available healthcare providers right here in your area.